Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name's Chris Pearson. I'm one of the co-founders at Three Beacon Marketing, and we are doing a client interview today with Kristen, who is a wonderful, wonderful client of ours. And I just wanted to share her story and her experience working with us. So, Kristen, I guess we can start there if you want to introduce yourself and then share what you do and who you help.
Absolutely. My name's Kristen Bowen, and I'm the founder of Living the Good Life Naturally. I never intended to start a business. I love helping people. And 25 years later, I still love helping people. It came about because of my own personal health crash and finding a product that I wanted to be in charge of the supply chain so that I knew that integrity was there. And we're still here talking magnesium 25 years later and helping women specifically. I have a deep passion that women, as they feel good, they lift people around them. And if you can get a woman to wake up feeling rested and ready to go, her entire day changes versus a woman who wakes up thinking, oh, I just need 5 more minutes,
Mhm.
because really 5 more minutes of sleep isn't going to do anything. And I still consider it a privilege to be a part of so many people's journey.
I love that. I think that's one of the reasons we connected so quickly and so well is we want to help people. That's why Aaron and I do what we do, and the helping piece is just it's at the core of what we do. So I love to hear that.
Well, here's the deal. I was so burned out on agencies
Yeah.
because the bigger my business grows, the more I do not fit in at the table. Integrity changes. People just want to roll out the same for every single person. And when your email came in, because I didn't know you, I'd never
Yeah.
met
Please.
you, I didn't see you on social media. It was literally an email. And when those come in, I usually block and spam because I don't want to hear from them again, because I was so burned out on agencies and them not delivering
Mhm.
what they said they would, but them still receiving money from me. I just had it. And I could feel the realness. It was like this person was talking to me, and I thought, no, 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 no. No, but I didn't block it and I didn't spam it.
Yeah.
And I read it again a little bit later, and I'm like, I just have to follow my gut. I've always done that. I just have to follow my gut. I responded, and boom, my life is better ever since.
Yeah, I remember that first call. It was slotted for about 20 minutes. I think we were on for almost 50 because we were
Oh,
connected and we were just connected. Like we were connecting, going back and forth. Everything was working. You were telling stories and stuff, and
I
it
didn't
was just
realize that we'd gone that
no,
over your
I didn't
time.
either. I hadn't either when we did the call. But when I got off the call, I was like, that felt really good. Like that felt. I feel like we connected, and I feel
Yeah,
like we can support and amplify your mission. Like we can help your customers.
because the integrity is there and
Yeah.
the realness and your desire to help people.
Hmm.
It's not, I'm not a number in your business.
No.
I'm not just like, oh, same thing for this business that we do for business.
Mhm.
You are so involved and have such a gift that you share with me
Mhm.
that literally has decreased my stress levels in a way that I can't put a number on it. I don't have a word for it. It is your gift. And I'm so grateful that I am a part on the receiving end of your gift, Chris.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. So yeah, before we dive into that, because I really appreciate you saying that, tell me a little bit more about that burnout piece because we hear that from prospects or when we're talking to potential clients that the agency thing is just their burnout. Like what was that like prior to speaking to us and working with us? Like
Oh,
what was the
yes.
cycle like? How many months? Like
Oh, as the business grows, we talked in the beginning, I like helping people, and that's what lights me up. It heals a part of my own journey
Mhm.
of being able to share something with someone else that I learned with a complete health financial crash with my family. And so it's as healing for me as the feedback from them that they say is. as the business grows, you can't do all of the things.
Right.
In the beginning, you have to make it work, and you stretch and do things that you're really not good at doing, but the business hasn't grown to the point that you can bring someone on to help you with that. And when I'm good at something, I'm really good, and when I'm not, oh, it's bad. And we had tried so many different agencies for emails, probably 10 or 12
Oh, wow.
agencies, and the integrity wasn't there. And I just became a cog in their system of just doing the same thing for every client. And that's not my business, Chris.
No.
My business is individuals and meeting people in the moment where they're at. And they were trying to cookie cutter me. And I'm not your typical average business, not at all.
Right.
And I like that. I like the fact that we're not. I want to be that way. And it was so frustrating because I was standing in this place of email servers that I just did not understand. And I knew I didn't understand it, and I needed help. And I kept paying different people. Okay, this is it. This is going to be the one. They sell it so strong in the beginning. It's so good. And you get this fire of hope, and you think, okay, this is it. And then they don't return calls. They don't follow through. They give you a quarter of what they promised in their delivery. And I'm not someone who likes calling people out. I have this approach that everyone's doing the best they can. I don't like calling people out. If you were to lump a group of people that I have called out more than any other, it's consulting firms for emails, because it just was so unacceptable what they said would happen and what happened.
Right.
And it's my voice, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
It's my voice. And I have grown with the business, and the business helped me find my voice. And it's something that I treasure. It's something that I use to connect with people. And those agencies got in the way of me doing that.
Yeah.
And it did not come across authentic. And that is a core principle in the company, is being authentic and real and sharing the ups and the downs with clients, and not just always coming across that everything's so perfect. And it left me great sadness, and it felt like my voice was being ignored again. And that happened a lot to me as a kid, with really grave consequences. And so it was untenable to continue working with them. And, I'd pay, but they didn't deliver. And so that realness that came through on the first email, working with you, it's been the complete opposite, because that realness was there. I felt it. In an email, that sounds a little, but I did. I felt it. It's even more real now. The more we work together, and the follow through, and it is my voice. And no, I don't want that going out. That's not what I would say. And it's immediately changed, and I'm listened to, and you've helped me amplify my voice versus changing my voice. And you have put the time and the work in to be able to do that, because some of my business, it is incredibly unique, because the research about the product that I sell was faulty, and it has to come from me. That insight, that's what people want, is my insight, my 25 years of research and notes and notebooks, and then switch to docs, and and you have put the time in even more so, more authentically than that beginning. And so what was amazing has grown
Mhm.
versus every other agency that started out, I thought amazing, and then decreased.
Yeah.
Yours has been just the opposite. The more the relationship is built, the more fine tuned and amplified you create of my voice, my ideas. And I don't even have to worry about figuring out, hit this button, try to figure out when this goes, send it to this group of people. I wanted, and I don't like sending emails that aren't relevant
Mhm.
to that person's journey. And I was before you.
Yeah.
I was sending them out because I just couldn't wrap my head around all of the nuances
Mhm.
that go into. And, you know, weekly we meet, you and I and Aaron and my support specialist, Shelley, and the statistics of everything getting better just continually go
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
And it's because of your passion of truly wanting to amplify my voice, not just seeing me as, oh, here's another company I can make this
Right.
consulting fee off, and here's my cookie cutter approach.
Right.
It's absolutely hands on, individualized to my company, my voice, and my needs. And it wouldn't it never worked for me because no one had that level of heart.
Mhm.
No one had that level of heart, and no one had that level of systems. And sometimes the systems, because of how my brain works, I'm that typical entrepreneur that's ADD,
Yeah.
and mental health is a part of my journey. And you've tweaked the systems to help them be easier for me. I mean,
Absolutely.
that just bigger tables as the company grows, you lose that.
Mhm.
But I've gained that back, amplified working with you. Truly, I, again, I don't have the words for
Yeah.
the decrease of stress in my life and me not even having to think about it,
Mhm.
so I can get back doing what I do best versus trying to be all things to all people
Yeah.
and figuring out things I have no strength in at all.
I appreciate that. I really do because you mentioned the heart, right? The connection piece. That is the main thing that I try to do with we have done and have built that relationship on as a
You
connection.
do not try, you
We do.
accomplish.
We do. Yeah. Thank you. I
It's
appreciate that.
accomplished, Chris.
Yeah.
Take try out of there
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
that heart piece is the foundation
Yep.
of what's offered to me. And it shows in every single interaction, every single system.
Yeah.
And yeah, it shows. You don't try, you have accomplished.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So I guess managing email and paid for you guys and having that connection and bringing more customers in and keeping them connected to the brand and stuff. What has taking that stress off your plate done with you and the rest of your business? Like, what else
Oh,
have you been able to do? Because now you're not focusing on this. Like, what else is going on, and how's that been helping?
it my gift, I believe everyone has a gift, especially when you're in a business. Living from those gifts is what makes your business unique,
Hmm.
is you standing in those gifts and sharing them. That to me is the entrepreneurial journey.
Yeah.
And having Beacon Marketing come on has, it's almost like defragmented my brain. You know, when you go into the computer and you,
Yeah.
all those lines are changed, and you clean it up. It's done that for me so that my creativity and my ability to connect with clients is my rocket fuel. I have more time to do that. I have more headspace to do that,
Hmm.
to create the content, to hop on a live and be in real time with clients. And when I have more of that, I'm more able to create what that client actually needs
Hmm.
versus being so removed from the client as the business has grown. It used to be I knew every single person that bought my product. I knew their name, I knew their story, I knew their journey. I had hugged them, would laugh together, would cry together. And now I look every day at the names. It's something I do, and I just spend a moment in gratitude that they've come across my pathway and thinking of what I can do, how I can help, how I can serve at a deeper level. And bringing you on has given me more freedom to stand in that place. My content is more spot on because I'm not trying to do things that I probably will never understand and have no desire to
Right.
understand. And so it's just freed up that time to really understand where my clients are at and to create more content. And creating that content, I need white space
Mm-hmm.
to have that creativity flow and go, oh, this will help them. And you've given me more of that in the company. So you've literally taken me back to my roots of what I love to do versus the entrepreneur that's running around trying to do things they really have no business doing.
Yeah.
You've handed me back the gift of the early days
Mm.
when I got to connect with everyone and I got to understand, ooh, when this happens, if they would do this, ooh, let me help you create this because this will help. And I see what's coming.
Yeah.
And so now I have the creativity and the space and the time and less stress to do that because all my numbers are moving up
Mm-hmm.
because of you.
Yeah. No, that's great. Yeah, it's been fun and enjoyable to watch that process too from my side, because when we're able to take that stress off the plate and we take things off the plate, we can manage it for you. You're able to do the things that you love, like you mentioned. Like you're in your gift, you're in your zone, you're doing the thing that essentially fueled you to start this, and you're back
Mhm.
in that space, and that
And
is
I
such a
I
joyful
was burned
experience.
out. I
Yeah.
was burned out because I was doing things I did not love anymore and that I knew I was not good at,
Mhm.
but I had to do them because I couldn't find anyone that would individualize it
Yep.
to me, to my company. And I do a monthly masterclass.
Mhm.
And that masterclass is my way of saying thank you to
Mhm.
clients. It's my way of sharing my journey. It's free, it will always be free. And I was doing it so, oh, I have to cancel that one because this, oh, I have to cancel that one. And since you guys have come on, that monthly masterclass is so consistent
Yep.
and happens because you freed up time, space, creativity, and energy for me to get back to what I love to do.
Yeah.
And it lights me up. And that makes a difference in my family, Chris.
Yeah.
A burned out grandma does not have the creativity to create the culture and the experiences for grandchildren
Mhm.
that are my world. And when I'm lit up, it trickled into every part of my life. Those relationships that are most important to me are better. So you didn't even know you were making
I,
life better for my
I, this is the first time
grandbabies.
I've heard of this. Yeah, thank you. That gives me chills. That makes me feel so good. That we're able to impact your life outside of just the business. Like
Oh,
that's
absolutely.
huge.
And
That's huge.
I love being a mom. I love my kids. No one told me what it was like to have grandbabies.
Yep.
And it enriched that role also because I'm fulfilled in the
Yeah.
company again versus burned out knowing I'm doing things I'm not good at.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess with that being said, I mean, that's where we're at now. What does the future look like for the company? Like you're in the spot now where you're at, the way you're feeling, the way you're operating.
Mhm.
How does the next 6, 12, 18 months, like what does that vision look like for you? Because I know you and I both share that visionary. Like we like to look ahead. What is that?
Very much
How does that
so.
feel, and what does that look like to you? Like what are projects coming down the pipe? Like what does
Oh,
it look like for you?
so many. And here's the other thing is because I was doing so many things, I didn't have the time to bring on the products
Mhm.
that I wanted to. And I don't just bring on a product just because there's a profit margin in it.
Yeah.
That is like, not me at all. I bring on a product because I can't find anything that meets the quality, that meets the standard, that makes a difference foundationally for women.
Mhm.
And I have five.
Mm-hmm.
I have, oh my gosh, I didn't realize it was five. I have five products that are in being bottled, being, that launch dates are set. And I put on my social media because one of the products we had years ago, and because of this problem that the business had had for several years,
Mm-hmm.
we just had to drop it. It was just like, there's not enough hours in the day. This isn't our main product. It is a best selling product,
Yeah.
but it's not our main product. And we just had to drop it. And so weekly, sometimes daily, we still get women asking, when are the bath bombs coming back? Ours are unique in the fact that they have magnesium, not from a salt, but liquid magnesium in them. And so last night I posted on social media a picture and I said, anyone else excited that these are coming back? Oh my gosh, it was just like this flood. People like not even trusting it. Kristen, don't tease us.
Oh, Jesus.
You
Yeah.
promised this is coming back. Another lady said, I have been saving and just using a little piece, and I'm down to 3 pieces
Oh my
left.
gosh.
And and you've given me the freedom to do that because it takes time and research and building the relationship with suppliers and testing, third party testing to qualify that I'm willing to work with that supplier.
Yeah.
And we have five. We have five
Yeah.
coming down the pike. Yeah.
That's so exciting. Yeah, when you said that the bath bombs in particular have been out for a couple of years, I was like, we have to change that. Like, if
Oh,
people are that fired up about it, we have to get this back on.
still, and it's
Still.
been several years. It's
Yeah.
been several years, and it was delightful last night. In fact, my husband reached over. We were driving back from the warehouse, and my husband said, "What did you post on social media? It's blowing up." And I said, "It is," because I hadn't checked on it.
Yeah.
It was a busy day. I hadn't checked on it. And so that's when I pulled over. I was like, oh, I got a
Oh
little
my gosh.
teary.
Yeah.
I'm like, Morgan, look. They're delightful. And I'm really excited to bring them back. And so the next 6 months, 12 months, 18 months is just reaching more people,
Hmm.
sharing my passion about my product,
Hmm.
and letting people decide if it's a good fit for them or not. And that's always been my goal,
Yeah.
is education and then letting people determine if it's a good fit for them, and the excitement and dopamine hit that
Yeah.
happens when it's a new product or a product coming back, that I just now have more time and space, that you and your company have opened up the doorway for that, for me to be able to bring those products back.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's exciting.
It's
It's
so
so
exciting.
exciting.
I'm so excited for you. I'm excited that we're going to be a part of it too. That's
I'll send you
it's
some back bombs,
yeah,
Chris.
please. I will use
I
them.
know where I can get some.
That's perfect. Yeah. So I guess with that being said, this is probably one of my favorite questions. We kind of touched on it earlier, but what is something once we're months in now with the relationship? What's something that surprised you? Whether it was the first couple months, whether it was recently, what's something that surprised you about working with us?
That it just gets better all the
It just
time.
gets better. Yeah.
Yeah. Where I've never, and I know never and always we use kind of as
Right.
filler words. This is not a filler word, Chris. I
Yeah.
have never experienced that with a company that's assisting me in an area of the
Yeah.
business. There's always this little bit of strong start,
Hmm.
not delivering what they said, and then it dropping even
It dropped.
lower.
Yeah.
And then when it starts to drop, that's when I'm like, hey, this
Yeah.
is not what was promised. Here's the contract. I'm done. I'm out. And working with you, it just gets better. The communication gets fine-tuned. Our meetings get fine-tuned. Every time before our meetings, I'm like, stay focused, stay focused. But our meetings get fine-tuned. We learn ways of working more efficiently with each other.
Yep.
And it just gets better. And that to me is exciting.
Mm-hmm.
And it excites me even more for the future. Ideas are, like I'll have an idea and then you'll say, oh, well, we did this with this company and this went really well. And then that sparks another idea for me. And so it's like this synergy that happens that helps me get even more creative, which helps me meet that client where they're at. And that's true connection, Chris. And that's what lights me up in my business. And it just gets better.
Yeah. No, that's great. Thank you. Yeah. Two more questions for you.
Okay.
If someone's on the fence, they're kind of considering it, maybe they're considering options. I know. What would
Don't
you,
be on the fence.
if
Jump
they-
in.
yeah.
Jump in. I promise you. I have a thing in my company that I don't take lightly, that when I talk about something, people spend their money.
Mm-hmm.
My family lost everything financially. Like, we became that family that people dropped things off to.
Mm-hmm.
And it was incredibly stressful. And because of that experience, I don't take lightly that people spend money with the words that I say. And I have on my labels, it says KB approved. My name's Kristen Bowen. And for that to be on my label, that has weight.
Yep.
People know. And I've built trust for 25 years. And I do not say lightly, I promise you, things will get easier. Revenue will increase, allowing you the freedom to do more things within your company. And it will be a joyful experience versus they're not doing what they said they'd do. And go now. You'll regret not doing it now. Do it now, because everything gets better. And literally every part of my life got better with that gut decision that I made that day. That day?
That one email.
It was. And I had to trust my gut. I'm so glad that I did. And relationships, money flow, systems, creativity, decrease of stress. Like, what are you waiting for? Do it now. I literally, I just don't even have the words to tell people, please don't wait. I am convinced that people sharing their gift changes the world. And it's stressful out there. People's stress levels are at an all-time high. Anxiety, it's so hard.
Mm-hmm.
And as we connect with each other, as we support and lift each other, your company's making a difference. And you'll make more of a difference with Chris's support. I promise you. Like, I have no qualm. I'll stamp it on your forehead, Chris.
Yeah.
KB
I
approved.
was gonna when we come visit, because we will eventually come visit. I'm gonna ask for one of those stickers. I'm gonna ask for one of those notes, because
I'm gonna put it right on your forehead.
Right
KB
here.
approved. And I don't put that on many things.
I appreciate
I've had product come in that is, we third party test every batch, and I won't sell it because it does not meet the standard. And
Yeah.
and I don't take lightly that people spend their money with the words that I say.
Yeah.
And so it is with everything I have that you get a KB approved sticker.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah. Any other thoughts? Any other about either the brand, the customers working with us? Anything else you wanted to share that we didn't touch on today?
When else? I want people to think, just take a minute and think back. go backwards, where typically entrepreneurs go this way.
Yeah.
But I want you to look backwards and think, where have I worked that has allowed me more freedom, more money, more stability, reaching my clients more authentically, that's a joy to work with? Where have you had that? Anywhere? I know I haven't. 25 years. We're 25 years this year. And I promise you, that's what you'll get with Chris.
Oh my gosh. I do not take that lightly. That is huge. Thank you.
I promise. And it gets better. I mean, Chris, my grandbabies,
Yeah.
I'm better for them. And oh, the things I create for them. Oh, yeah. So every part of my life is better.
Yeah.
And the integrity is unmatched in showing up weekly. We go over our notes. We go over how do we fine tune, brainstorm. They're not showing up fully if they don't have you. In fact, I said to Shelly, my support specialist, I said, I feel bad for companies that don't have this. I do. I'm like, because I work with a lot of women entrepreneurs who are in the business, because I do have some things I can share with them after 25 years of this entrepreneurial journey and hires and, all of that. And I feel bad for companies that don't have that level of support, because entrepreneurs can be one of the most stressed out, burned out group of people.
Yep.
And we need more support. And you've given that to me. You've given that to me. And I want other businesses to have that too. But there is this little part of me, Chris. Don't ever get so big. I just had this little thought of, yeah, don't ever get so big that we don't get our weekly meetings.
Oh, no worries. No worries. Yeah, no, we love working with you guys and the team and helping your customers. Like we enjoy putting products in there.
And you have served them I've never met anyone at the same level that I do. And you have served my customers at the same level that I do. And you've enhanced how I can serve my customers. You brought joy back into my business. Like, you can't put a monetary value on that.
No.
You can't put a monetary value.
Yeah. Well, wonderful. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing, Kristen.
You're so welcome.
I think a lot of people are going to find value in this, and I sincerely appreciate you sharing your story and how we've worked together. I guess the last thing is, if you don't mind sharing your brand, your website, and where people can find your products, because I imagine some people, outside of obviously talking about us and what we've helped with, but I want to share your brand too and the products you have, because I think you can help people. So if you
absolutely. I was very careful. I didn't want to it to be a plug.
No, go for it.
So I was trying how can I say that without it being a plug? Because I wanted to highlight you. And I'm thinking of the color of your sticker that I'm going to make. So my company is livingthegoodlifenaturally.com, and I import magnesium. I educate people about the difference of Epsom salts, and because people think they're getting the full benefit from a pill, and definitely a pill and Epsom benefits, but you're missing out on the foundation of what magnesium chloride and soaking in it does for your body. And I am on social media all the time, just helping people understand that difference. Magnesium is so foundational to vitamin D levels that opens the door to all health. And it's powerful, and it shines the light on what your body needs. And my goal is to help women understand, when I soaked in magnesium and I got tired, that's because your potassium's low. So magnesium literally shines the light on what your body's needing. And my goal is every day to help women understand that communication. And healthy women are connected women. And when they feel better, they're able to connect with more people around them and with their passion. And I love it. I just love it.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and stop there. But yeah, thank you again, Kristen, for sharing your
Oh,
experience, and
you are so welcome.
it's
It
going to be
was
so much fun.
truly a privilege.
Yeah,
Truly a privilege,
it'll
Chris.
it'll be fun and it'll be exciting to see what we can do moving forward. So
Yeah.
awesome.
Thank you.